Asɛm ne ama wo do so dia yensaka ene se yaboaboa no atudi anwumre no nsia kasebo a ye ne yetiefo ete utie free peace 104.3 FM so okay 101.7 neat 100.9 Nimiensa was se pass Abeka Junction Accra eno ati hello 101.5 FM Wadum Kumasi Ghana man temiye dunsia 16 regions baby a wote yenkan kasafidie be se die sie nimne etire kwamnone a be se diasa afei peacefmonline.com ghanatoday.com nso abode yetiefo kwa obenya bi akan die di kasebo ni mu akotene bi nie
Emrase Bedwafie Kasamafo Speaker of Parliament waka esisudia esiniteduase Emrase Bedwam nkonya baako and 94 Brori beka yesi dia vacant obi ante so Emrase Bedwani
to inform the House that by the notification of the polls the following members of Parliament have by their actions vacated their seats in Parliament.
Trafo Penny di Martin Yamanyoku NDC wabama ne se wamone electoral commission ebechi ne ntra ka ma mansa be wu so senti akoba se Amenfi Central the original pray Emrase Bedwani akonwa electoral commission say wa disqualify.
This is a war we did not choose, but one we will fight to the bitter end. We are not fighting for just a parliamentary seat. We are fighting for the very
na Jamtinani abedi etire di electoral commission ya Dr. Bosman Asare wakaza se afia ba ya beto do mampani die no amantam dunsia ni mu na no wo meyi collation center wo ha wo medi nkan bon wo kra nsana Abama headquarters now so Chiliama nyoku NDC Frankatuni Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahama dia toso 9 eyanto abo wo dia hyehyase won kra ha no 2 days yabeko na yakwa akotie emunsam ensem bi kan won anwumre yi yade emamo
na Osons chemist the Osons garlic capsules aba eboa ma immune system nya hoɔden kuti anyarewa yade anka won to formda MTN network ne so de se Ghana fana bebi a obekobia MTN ewo ho High Sense Ghana se wokwatinu a etese wesa kokromotie ho na wobopo enye yie home appliances ya papa nyina josio ene ho Amin Scientific Bar and Alternative Medical Hospital yade bia wo de bekọ num bia won san fam pieda obetu ase ama Dolphin roofing system na boda so se wokwatinu a etese de wasa kapuma no wandam Dolphin bow da so a one time Imperial General Assurance yo odachi bia ye kwa ye ba ye kwa ye be unim de besie opedi obegina watiachi gina pa Imperial General Assurance ya said me koyada urumane se amansan tia me kwabena mafo ana
ohene nana kwame amo
na ye tu American tentempa ne yakomra sebedefie ye nua Emmanuel Akole ewo mra sebedefie na asɛm a ya tie nie eni yenim se enokura na se sa nete a Speaker of Parliament Right Honorable Aban Kingsford Sumana Babin na just recently I think it's a Tuesday about ena emra sebedeni a wodina edema tamare central onyonyamfo na drisu ed commerce speaker say speak sa wo ba mra sebedefia hanom a enkonya ne bi wo honom a enkofo across carpet na constitution nesisu dua se nipa no cross carpet pe we free mra sebedefie enti akonya no declare vacant etrese obi ante so we declare ne saade a na trese dom kuma bedane edom dodo no nso aba bedane edom kuma saa ne yenim no na yenim sade Parliament one moye sanse wachese speaker edi wuruni naba na wuruni na wode baaye no wose we declare seat ne vacant de en wo paatre yema Awurade asomdwe enka wo
Awurade asomdwe enka wo to
yo Emra sebeje fie nkomo etiefo atewo mu aso tie pa de na esie.
You the see say Honorable Haruna Idrisu or the notice every speaker and so or several notice or the petition every breno efa mrachiri janum kunya no mako en9 eno yesu hum akunya ena amimfi center akunya gona west akunya ena formina akunya mrachiri jafo emumiensa eko contest 2024 election no as independent ena formina so every independent ako contest as NPP mrachiri jeni na no wasem ena Honorable Haruna Idrisu and called the petition every speaker several notice. Now what she also and a minority leader and so every statement and also obey page seven or the two speakers him say many muaye efasa their ACU. Now speaker say and you say or the base one also or the bep one or the nanu ye aba and then or the nanu ye aba no speaker say nkonya enan na bi wo so no se no abeye vacant ama majority for na nka won ekita dodo ewo parliament esan say Honorable Andrews Amuakon Esiama deputy second deputy speaker of parliament ono ye independent no o decide so obeba be kan NPP for no forces na we declare no vacant no abema majority for nanka womo ye majority no omo ebekwa akodane anaso omo adane minority ena NDC Brazil form ye minority no say no one ena speaker say omo abedane eye majority menemo ka say die speaker ye no ruling wie ye honorable penyo marking so ekasa kakra no womo wie ye no eye speaker agenda sitting net we two one assistant akoshe Tuesday no new majority for no one more whip no and the buy say speaker agenda sitting no two next week Tuesday and continue Friday was one more say now so new majority for no eka say speaker say all agenda sitting no to next week Tuesday and sana on aba abetwa won jumedie so na answer na speaker the ruling no beba no obo board dia isi na otwi mu Honorable Haruna Idrisu ni petition order by Honorable Hatufo statement order by na speaker so aside chairman so ja for na again call Professor Mike Eronokwe former speaker of parliament ni ruling di o ma ye efa Honorable Andrew Amuakwe Siama emra na oye NPP machebejeni na oye na again say obekwa ko contest as independent 2020 na party no Eddie at the thread then speaker say Estani Honorable Andrew Amuakwe Siama and I'm way to the no onye member of the NPP Nibio in speaker and declare the seat no vacant then speaker no speaker so erulu sa pepe no speaker Honorable Aban Bagman actually Masebejo no again echo so owie ye no betre time yen san enam so a ye betumi aka say seat aye vacant for parliament or say back procedure say dia ye koto aba na Masebejo ni bi ono no na nka oye MP na mo ye san koto aba bi omu no te say dia eba December 7th no we lose the seat and I say when we need election no nti obe lose the seat no dia so so ye no speaker say Mrashebeje bia ne 4 years no so a ye dissolve parliament no and as omo de we dwumedie be wie nti Mrashebeje afo nyina wo mo sa Mrashebeje ni mu no won eba na sa no mo lose won seat dia to so miensa speaker say factual basis say abede di say Mrashebeje afo enan yi miensa say one more independent ena baako oye independent so contest on the ticket of NPP electoral commission every notice aba say Mrashebeje afo yi the American almost to sa na mo no intino eba na sa ogina constitution so article 97 and standing orders of parliament 93 na fact say Masoja Pono etutana mono and it is a constitution on signing orders no cheno na e was say womo elusu womo seat no speaker can in newie no and o can say based on some of abobo so no o declare eye nkonya enan no vacant into no majority senior na etie kane no any minority senior na etie kane no asesa majority kane no honorable Penyo Markins and a young leader no any minority Dr. Tuforsen a young leader na asesa ma NDC Masoja for other than majority and NPP Masoja for also other than minority na one movie no honorable Tuforsen ejina minority say majority for name we can say nanka saade e wo say sidi daada na emu no nyeme bi tunti no wo mu enanka e wo so mo ye majority but efficiency amanesa na say abanesa no o ma be dani majority no on be bomodin ayegun ejuma e de aboa ama rechemu agana fo e wo mu no etumi abemu na afenso no mo da speaker say ojina ne na so na urulu asem no se de wo say eye se o ma be kwan dia ene be de yi speaker assembly bi e ma mo tanka mo bebo nti kwan be mu a na nka mo de ato aso amanu
ima ansan ye bebo no wo mra sebeje fie ho no se me fan se ye ni aye tentempo ni ye saade a mente ase emra sebeje fie ho no ankasa no sisi yi o ma ti wo mu ho ase se Afenyo Markins ya minority leader and out to force na ya majority leader.
David, speaker ruling no anye majority for then majority for no there. Majority are not honorable Alexander Afenyo Markins that one no anye one there. Inti no speaker rule ya honorable Afenyo Markins also commenting what ye ACCA you no o ye no majority for ni na APF demo they walked out send you broni be canon no into omo walk out omo nyina apie ya omo koye ansana omo de engagement die no eba ewiye into majority for no dey anye won the class speaker ama ruling is na dia me tete ya de say enye me wan say majority for no omo say omo be court sa na me tete yentiensi won no officially ba hu aye tete ne say to be a court after speaker ruling to see you.
And tonight, as a my bra speaker, we and one the then former majority for one walk out.
I almost walk out after one leader no ekase and almost now walk out and PA but minority for them minority for as say speaker ruling no. Ama woma be dani majority based on speaker ruling no one day we near je papa na omo bo se wa hadomo ansa na omo ne ye ebe kasa ye we near je pa
enti memfa ne se ewrade ya adom na se wotena boni bi ensi
otena omo ntena se o otena nke wo so omo etwa we djuma so na nso no wo mo hwepo no honorable government Abuja sorry no or the to speak in senior they be omo ye na nsan na omo de wo adwuma de wie ne say or stress speaker be ageni sitting no to next week Tuesday instead of Fortuna and a speaker ye no sa pepe into minority for no ye ka so omo kire mu to honorable Andrew am ofesiama no it's time say o ko contest as in NPP Masebeje na ye declare the seat in vacant no next week Tuesday omo ba omo be hwe mo omo yi eye second deputy speaker for almost time to today we say no parliament no the oya majority no committees are who gonna be sa majority for no na chair moye chairpersons and as a chairman Emma committees no almost pity next week no it's say one more NDC for than majority no almost best sending na ni na best ama one more majority for say no one crop when everybody did that committees now majority where the down no or crop one everybody did down.
You may.
Yes.
And I just say yes no cry. I'm a decade. You may.
Yes.
Internet say Radi Admina Swomo bet Tuesday noa. What the Amracha de Fio ho. Net as a majority, former majority for no backwa quatina, former minority ho. Na former minority for Answa Babetina, former majority ho.
Yes, over Parliament, Speaker Tanassia, Nensa right, you know. A whole and a majority for Etna, and Benkum and a minority for Etna. Indeed, from next week, you know, yeah, dear, over how we and say, can a minority for now speaker ruling Nama or more better than majority, no? Almost ever better speaker, Nini Faso, and the right side. Now, former majority for no so akotena Nensa Benkum, but why say ya na tin kakra ebeba hadomo ye behwe say ebeba na sojemu ana sani amaking
who say anya na ho gono so wa ho
bia na obeba na speaker ruling no former majority for no say ya omo be dane minority for no kan say omo pene nti ombe ko so atena speaker ni nifa ni sanifa so na and you said the confusion ebeba.
And you some say abase nonka court court crack ya parliament
Masha
parliament for Masha for no sane wo na be kwa kwatete din no abetetale ha no wo ma tete din we nso akwatetale ho.
Okay, enya Masha no na titi din no clerk ne juma ye for no omo no omo hwe na omo ya arrangement na edi din no etare but Masha no de menti me ho ase bi eba na amrate be dwani bi speaker say kotena ha oso won kotena tena so oso won tena say a ofre Masha no say on be pam won fi dem ho
ima ai yadase wa ya de na yentie and no speaker there no
speaker ne na odema ruling no yo
that the speaker is called upon by the standing orders of Parliament, particularly Order 18, to inform the House of the occurrence of a vacancy of the seat of a member under clause 1B to E, G, and H of Article 97 of the Constitution. Accordingly, I proceed to inform the House that by the notification of the polls, the following members of Parliament have by their actions vacated their seats in Parliament. The members are Honorable Peter Yao Kwache Aka, NDC MP for Amenfi Central in the Western Region, now referred to as an independent parliamentary candidate for the same constituency. 2, Honorable Andrew Amwako Asiama, independent member for Fomna constituency in Ashanti Region, now referred to as MPP parliamentary candidate for the constituency. 3, Honorable Kojo Asante, MPP MP for Suhum in the Eastern Region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. And finally, Honorable Cynthia Mamile Morrison, MPP MP for Agona West constituency in the Central Region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. These MPs cannot be allowed by law and my good self to continue to pretend to be representing people that they don't believe in and they don't have any loyalty for in this House any longer. The House is accordingly so informed.
Dear Yate say Okaseyi, or ye Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Aban Kingsford Smana Baben. Dear see Wamra Sebeje Fie Kwame. Ne tie temuane say Speaker Ruli. Say Mrasebeja 49 no. Umu nyina akonya no atompan. nti minority abeda ne majority nso abeda ne minority na sɛdeɛ na akɔle kyerɛ no wɔse awurade yɛ adom a ɛbenada ɛna wɔn bɛsa akɔ mmarahyɛ badwafie asetena na wɔn kɔtena ase a menim sɛ bi a sɛdeɛ na ɔka sɛ majority foɔ no wɔke out no na ononyamfo afanyɔma akenso ahente dada sɛ omo Supreme Court ti nim baby a
susande wode hono be kwabna kakra menim ni say just like say asem court na say temwafo bua between time na wo fi say wo appeal ye a wo beye between time o ma judgment in the time o be ba be wo appeal no nia temwafo na kan no eno na ebeye adwuma
the speaker no Akan
intimi di free court na say me dey by speaker mrase badwafia until say going by the ACD until recently the then majority for no so ombeko court wa fitisa break up ombeko court wa dia court beka no ebeba no speaker de ne na be adwuma minimum to what man say just e bia enti fitisa break yakopim so ombeko court ama court e bia won be si asem ne so tedua ana omde foforo beba no speaker dia working eno an be adwuma
okay enti me fa ne say fitida say majority minority forces here in say omo kokko to a mfa say sempeni say wudi ka court to na
undi bem
enti obe file yesiki wei days ye be take ye ansa na obenya ruling no still wombe kwaso aye minority
oh sure yes bia a lawyer for na be dey ebisa na wo mu chese bia interlocutory injunction ni bi ene bia wombe kwa akwaje dia two speakers ma waka na so dia ni na wa lawyer for ni semo enti ye be kwa wo so na asem ya ho ye ne lawyer kwa mi adofo wo sia mra ni mu mra temra kamra enti ye pamra nti akiremu yi de private legal practitioner lawyer Peace FM senior anwumre yi majwe yo the film la se badwafie abanie we the initial reactions mintie kakra se emra asem yikukuru ye se eba no wo hwe emra ni mu na de toto emra se badwafie wo mu dwumedie ene asem ye bi kura ka se wo mu parliamentary president wo wa ebi esi pen ene ade a na lawyer the esi a ye kan wan asem yi eno na hu se eye expected end na anana wo bibi fofra na ohwe ni mu se ebesi
many are mentioned for the baby of the open via answer me yes Indiana me name say basi ne say said the honorable Haruna a babon team because see the pino not just say what you come on away chili says anyway mabon team make this work calculate my own analysis my translate in concomo as not baby yes announcement into enyame one say esisa because Parliament a master of its own. It is we see they are entitled to so busy deny no we are a fair na kadiaka. And he back to question yes na me expectation be bisa because said the honorable Hanuna Timinya could do good simple so cast a sad a bebana. Then my who so much is come on with them. And I never want say the way I
see. Lawyer inti ba ku bi mo adaroma na ye pete ni say ti we no na sa na wo say eye ananka na kwan foforo bi wo ho.
Well, you see Parliament a master of itself. To say, "Omo to make it emre bia omobe." Then we move here, no move here. A fail na court so ebem. Now the constitution a very clear. Under Article 97(1)G now Mokano. Almost so be free a party, not joining party for fraud. Time of Parliament. He vacates the seat. And now say, how interested no? If he wishes to remain in Parliament as an independent, I want also be interested. Remain in Parliament. And no says which Parliament? The future Parliament. And you can I say Parliament. The Parliament are ever future there. Here one can say remain in Parliament. It's not say phrase, remain in Parliament. Or party say any Parliament. And it's a Parliament. The so free party who could join the party for their and you seat no advocate. And now so free party so called quantum crowd there. Waba K2 seat. We and no the does so could say, almost never you, almost say future that young man. Ye Baba contest ya. Ye Bako quantum crowd. I want this constitutional interpretation because constitution is say if you wish to remain in Parliament. Now that sounds say a Parliament. It's a Parliament there. That's a so cross carpet and ne. Say Sabri, Madam Cynthia Morrison, because a ne mean MPP whom you may be independent. But also remaining in Parliament. I want to cross no. A real. Even what I say, Binya free, name that chino. Meko quantum cra. Nasa wish to remain doesn't apply to him. Hey, a interesting time you will be Supreme Court Bebempe.
Lawyer, where do I do? I haka crown nanka. Yente Wimfree na yentwaso. The same Cynthia Morrison dey your example. Lawyer, ben biem jina ye ben biem na beye more evidential say wakọ electoral commission akọfa nkrata na wachire say afia ba no megina na mingina wa amanyokuo bi adin mu me kwose kontonkure no saa no dache na meti me ho ben biem na ye ntwen say be ye nyina so
eno na hamasa interpretation sem na ba mu do o fi say sa evidence the classes are normal ejai obizu fi say what is not aka and also say dachi enso so ebi kra na chino be sanadwen enti ho ne interpretation be no obia satisfy obi no say be different and be speaker Michael Quay interview or grant here was say so being in the unity ho obi any pefezo mo jai na so busa be ma ya waso me da so ware me yire no busa ba ya waso bi de me kunu me ni nyae wa wujina bonti locus no sen because I were lego meetings are interesting na meetings are interview na be say interesting pa omo mu do mo bi ne omo say we yakofale to contest in the future and so odaso wo mo nchen odaso mo ne ko na krara does it mean say emrana dino say yehun na well court na betle na so na make no and say parliament here master obedima make every law every rule everything of its own omu we are afina to court be say sa emrana mo ye is it in line with the law is it legal any emrana ko afina sem beba now ni article 99 so my Shadi would be almost say our NASA constitution say the high court shall have jurisdiction to hear and determine any question whether a person has been validly elected as a member of parliament or the seat has become vacant. Very important power. Or the seat has become vacant. It's the constitution say High Court na bit much say seat na be vacant. It is a say it doesn't matter what speaker does. Assemble is a trial court. Na court decide say indeed a true seat no be vacant or not. Ebi asipen a honorable Siama. He declared the seat no vacant. But unfortunately, one tested our court, Amir, who say whether it is correct. Say, Speaker, it may declare will be said, we sit in your vacant. Father, maybe change your issue. I'm an MP. Any Yana to Obama MP. Let's not speakers who will declare me MP seat vacant. Now, yes, way, yang is way. Are you saying, say, Obian representing? Any of you know? It is a or no, I am from Zua, na yes, way. Are you going to punish us? Because or no, I am from Zona. Yeah, choosing a penalty for 2 months. If you as you know, be a man representing. Hey, interesting. Now, the Obo speaker, I don't know, what can we say? Thank you. Almost mean continue to remain in Parliament because they don't believe in or have any loyalty to their constituents in this house. Or party say, almost need one constituency and that's almost need loyalty to one constituency. It will declare seat in vacant. Very interesting. The question is, now almost members of Parliament. Almost say women are part a constituency. But we different constituency and contest. Do they still have loyalty to those who elected them? I don't know what they make an answer.
Metase palo na bakwa na tiri adwene kakra ne ansa na wo be wie dia ba bebi odia ba besie na wo ka se ahase no emrase badwafie wo mo akura wo mudiem wo mo tumi bi a mo mo tumi sigina ye bi ma wo mo aho wo ensem bi ho loyalty senate dia adentina ye be sebrese speaker bekasa na ye dia kokota kwaje court nchiremu ansa adana nka nya se ne ye ntire wo mu se bibi se ya ye fa court na court nka ne preko yeze bia besi gina ye wo efia ha speaker ka sei waka wie no ye nsanso mfa court ansa
and I make you say there will be a friend separation of powers. There was executive, there was the legislature, and there was judiciary. Could be all the boy. Obina also enyom to me free constitution. It is a parliament here bibia. What do you mean stop for parliament? Wabra obunya nya edumano. Until na me beginning me say honorable Fanyama can ako court. So stop speaker more than edumana no hebonwa. Because speaker Jeffrey, how do you take him to court? So what's the mechanism? As well, train must speaker be. We are not in the court. Now, question is, I didn't think the entry movement. Money at all. Constitution is say only the High Court has jurisdiction to determine whether a seat has become vacant. Constitution in Canada. If the Parliament be trying to be area, except back to High Court. Whether in fact a question seat na vacant and mean I thought the mechanism.
Lawyer Matias entwe ya Parliament anomoya
but Obaming view honorable member for Domekon Kwabinya every day. The case in the by
Adrasafo
the case in the by also man declared vacant. Now bisa say Oman declared vacant because it was not convenient to somebody.
Honorable say no na won cross capital. And announce no siege na bia so or be independent and be visa.
Parliament it me declare will be seat vacant there. And almost 15 sitting days it me declare vacant there. It means Parliament on combat me declare vacant, but Obanye and not the court to be in here because the bedroom revenue the problem you know we were corner grana ana part ya fani ndoko nakrana ama obi a wonye bone kura no ya declare the seat vacant mana beje no is o court and the constitution is article 99 high court na so declare eti ya na afam no kabo mu se pa jo asafo asem ye declare no na ka jo asafo oni obi a this is high court ana kapa be jira de check say hey ya mo ye no nye me ya what did they make say eti we no a wa ye no speaker wie na juma but yes court so hwe say legal is it valid and on the high court at constitution na or the high court has jurisdiction to determine whether a seat has become vacant.
Yo, lawyer, we dey better say na with the parliament dey peg high court dey ni be say aso speaker right honorable Sumana Kingsford Bagbin number of years away mrasibe jeni ene wa for parliamentary procedures ni mu na with this immense knowledge our dia be speaker yi enya nwa kakra say obetu anammo bia beye on parliamentary eno no high court beka say anase Bagbin right honorable as he is as an experienced parliamentarian no beye bibi obekwati emrasibe jofie sese
oh so mo we standing orders na yeba
sabe bebe
but no nye superior to the constitution is superior and we all make mistakes honorable Bagbin your lawyer but he makes a mistake we all make mistakes but the constitution is clear say and only very interesting is say original article 97 so and but we count to 97 now 98 what about 99 1 2 3 so 97 say over K2 city across capital over K2 city but about 99 was it high court will have to determine so what did I make say when you find checks and balances no it's will be a whole net empower seba not almost come to the boom kill out then you go to high court the high court are the omo ye no and you so another pen or power septi no more yes it's where the revenue the avenue for them is and so because high court no more challenging decision no so what is the make say no one taking injunction to stop the seat being declared vacant because that the constitution is
lawyer kuma na fe na kukuru nti lawyer ma no so we then come last question maybe say lawyer Kwame Adofo ne say je your parliamentary president bi wo ho we say we ata penny na bi a esie but ye won attack akra wo a emra na Professor Aaron Michael Kwe Speaker of Parliament no akobi so ka say bibisa similar things here and in nan kan so be say no e court na court interpreting ni saying
anope kura mete say the then Speaker of Parliament Professor Michael Kwe ka say omuntumi nya saade na omoyeye no the and the womaye no omuntumi nya saade no why because onu fi say enyina mra kwan so ntime kura na mebisa no say na onim saa na ne de no oye no saa no
kobi and then beyond that no say onu so aye bi enti onu ne de nam de so
good
and then number 2 oh my last question na mebisa lawyer Kwame Adofo yi ebe obi wanwa kakra obi a wotie beka say enti say the speaker wabo bill wo mrasibedwo fie adwumediem na ohe wa mrasibedwini for all these years ababa speaker awonim mrasibedwo fie wo mo nyema nyina ne de kabom ya ewie sei ye kabom ya ewie sei enti obetumi akweti mrasibedwo fie nse ye ne wo mo ntotoye esigina ye bia ofi say enam wo mo kwanso ana
ena ono so kwa me ma ro mfi so ye lawyer ni o
sa pepe nti onimumra no
o speaker nso ye lawyer ni nti
Kobi ntina eya se lawyer Kwame Adolfo line etekwa na me bisa nse nti wakwa lawyer ni o de me misa no the presumption say be adi court to high court in the bekwa kwesi o meka say prejudicial but nanka me bisa no kakra say fitisabre ya kopem ebra ombeko court ni ade no pedia na wo kan kire say dia speaker can enhudu ana
yes and they see a hold because parliament there ono ankasa nso ede ne ho a oye na tuma
Kobi ye casters ye njutu di ensemachi we de mame fam pim kakra fitisabre ya kopem say we dey assuming without admitting say say adena court say the speaker can eno ano no wo mofo aso me ya assumption no yes me bu aten ma court but assuming say ekoba ne saa uhu parliament say fit say break up me say abanya osisi na nado president na mamu beku ne wiye
Kwame ebeyira ma aban no kakra ebeyira ma aban no pa but ne lucky ne say on say for now no I say dwe betu enti time nusa but eniama bebre ho no mo a aban no pese oya o defa parliament ya obebre yes obebre pa nsana watumi aye saa de kro no na Kwame baabi ba konso ano wo kan wo se woni me se saafwe wo musokura wo munni emrase bejafo
for 4 years as I say na
yes but they are there enti dia na o kan bia na o kyerɛkyerɛ musa no na obi bisa sɛ na sɛ ya wo nkɔfo wo a wo munsu ni mrase bejani enti wo muso
I'm put there for 4 years
yes
anyway ye beja ye nkyeremu ne dia ma are afo ne mrase bejafo na wo mu asemi ya ba wo mabobo ano na ja ma kyerɛ mu
yo kwa ma memfa NDC for the emra General Secretary ma NDC amanyoko ye fifi avikote ena wakase watasa electoral commission de abase Amemfi Central NDC de wojina premier sebeja akonya de amawo Joanna Jankudu womu ayinu wasintan ya disqualify no na no ena wa friends samtrafo so wamra metie na samtrafo koye no ena fifi avikote etrese afe na agro no be de pa afe na agro no be de na womu catch electoral commission say sa asem we womu ni womu betwe amanate.
This is a war we did not choose, but one we will fight to the bitter end. We are not fighting for just a parliamentary seat. We are fighting for the very soul of our democracy. We are fighting for the fundamental right of every Ghanaian to be represented fairly, to have their voices heard, and to ensure that no institution, no matter how powerful, can trample on the will of the Ghanaian people. That the NDC will not fold its arms while Jean Mensah and her gang at the Electoral Commission orchestrate this shameful and unlawful disqualification. We will not sit idly by while the Electoral Commission, in collusion with their masters in the NPP, dismantles our democracy, one unlawful decision at a time. We see their agenda and we will fight and crush it. Let there be no doubt. We are ready for this battle and will not rest until justice is served.
Dear Yatene Kase, a fifi avikote. What rasa one fans who are NDC Amanyo Kubaka Kwaje and Talokote Nyansi, and was secondary high court. Na womudia to electoral commission so say, Sir was you utie court to us, court to a cabak wetie, court to Sabe Kami, you say. Amemfi Central constituency about to be uncoso.
And to stop them in their tracks. This is not a request, this is an order. The NDC actually has gone ahead, and this morning our lawyers in swift and decisive action served the Electoral Commission with court documents on the motion for an interlocutory injunction. The message is out loud and clear. We will not allow this disqualification to stand. The court documents have been filed, and we have secured an injunction to restrain the Electoral Commission from printing ballot papers, from issuing notices of poll, and from taking any further action towards the election in Amemfi Central until this matter is fully resolved. The EC's actions in Memphis Central about the latest in a series of calculated moves designed to deliver a parliamentary majority to the MPP by any means necessary. This is deliberate, premeditated, and unlawful conduct.
Na obewie kura na owura fifi avikote kyerese Ghana yabakosemu wonhu electoral commission fo a womuya wagadre se this electoral commission da electoral commission womunim womadwuma ba akokura sei ena womu aseda fan tricks ene na da kwan so epeso womu din samone akeke na wanyine a womu so ate.
To further expose the wicked agenda of the Jean Mensa-led EC, it has emerged that the Electoral Commission showed its true intentions when it issued the letter of disqualification on 10th October 2024, a full 6 days before even bothering to check whether the injunction had been stayed or vacated at the secondary court. This blatant disregard for due process is clear indication of their bad faith. It wasn't until 16th October that the EC wrote to the secondary high court to inquire about the status of the injunction. This clearly is a desperate and shameful attempt to justify an unlawful decision after the fact. We will fight it in the courts, we will fight it in the public arena, and we'll fight it in every forum available to us. We will not allow this abuse of power to go unchecked.
This blatant. The say Okase ye General Secretary ma NDC Amanyoko Ora Fiave Kote Yenia William Gentu Adaroma and ye for TB.
Na Coalition of Domestic Election Observers Kodeo Afiaba ye betono and say yen to tia wo maye Edi Eura Afiaba tono mu bra yesese ye ho bra ya to aba no ene bra ye beto aba na wie sanse se ya wo maye no ene wo mabodwa adenede na ewodwede na se no otonsa de fra dwomtenani abedi akire Edma Electoral Commission Dr. Bosman Asare ema okodwede na se bi na mra Dr. Bosman Asare e kasa no se se de yenim ne da no se yeto aba wie a emra se badwafo de ne de wo mo wo mu gina pre no constituency wo no a obi ahu ni smoothness level so we ya wo ohu wo constituency wo so di nkunim so a constituency wa na ya bobo man hu ni last ya ba no mampani de ne de a se de ye na enim no ya de mana ya tu ye ni na ya so ni na se force bill at the Electoral Commission National Headquarters wankran ha ansa ni akeka ni na bom ama Electoral Commission penipa wabetina ho na wabobo se aba ya tu ye ni mampani de no asumesi ana wo benten ene di nkunim nanso Dr. Bosman Asare se afide ne de wo matesem na se wo matesem ne se mampani aba ye beto no wo mo babobbo de obi anyaye de odi nkunim de otoso mienu de obetoso miensa de obewe wo babobbo ni na ewo collation centers a wo mabiebie ewo amantam do nsia ni na mu enti mantam bia wo regional collation center eho ena afi ye bebo mampani die no na ye bo no regional ho no a ya bo no regions ni na awie na nsana National Headquarters penipa for Electoral Commission wababa bebo esisu gina ye tedua ama mansan nyina hu wosi we yensese ya e kan je se ya wodo a wo mo ye no afi edi aboama abato no mu ada wo fan na obia enwene se Electoral Commission feso fa kwoti kwan so ebonimuga.
The commission has noticed that 2 days to the elections, our district officers, returning officers, they don't get to rest. And when we look at the structure of the presidential, the current CI 127 allows what we call regional collation. So for the presidential election, after the polling station, all the results from the polling station will be taken to the constituency collation centers. So from the constituency collation center, then all the results will now go to the regional collation centers. So what the commission is doing is that we are going to announce presidential results for each region, and the parties are well aware. So at the polling station, the parties will have their agents over there. The commission took that decision because we want to increase the level of checks and balances in our processes.
Na Dr. Bosman Asare, dia waka yenchiremu akakra ode batan ho ne se constituency bia no wo mo ebeyi obi baako a wo beboa ewo coalition ni mu na sa constituency nipa wo mbeyi no se omwa na om collect resource no se om keka resource ni na mom na ye hunu de course no sa na wo mbeyi obi ewo regional ho so na wono so aboa ama yenya emana yetu ye ni na wo polling stations wo region ho na wo mu wi a wo mu di free polling stations wa straight wo mu di akọ constituency ho na constituency coalition center no said wa ba ma ne dada no mbe wo obi wo a wo beboa amia keka ma ni na bom kama na wo ma wie wo constituency ho no no ma wo dia wo mu ye ne dia wo mu nya ye na tiko straight no mo de ko regional na regional ye announcement say ebi aba ye tu ye mampeni de no asumesi na di nkunim wo benten ena toso wakasa wie ye na her excellency Virginia Palmer one esi America mana na mu e wo Ghana as ambassador wakasa ye no say Ghana de ye ni US akamia say ataka krani atapeni esanse sebremu no ya na ye to aba afekro na mu na America for to omo de wi a bosumi a wombeto mu de wi no bosumi ato aso na yenso so Ghana ye to ya de enti eba na bato ya to di mampeni eni penifon bedu aman nanimu a Ghana eni US de pepepe na de wose aman mienu sra ne se enya asomdue emu na wofan a ye de ho to so a ebeyeye.
In the coming weeks, Americans and civilians will vote and choose who will be their leaders for the next 4 years. And in addition to the timing, our election is a month before yours. The parallels between our elections this year are extraordinary. There's a former president running against a standing vice president who will leave office at the end of his term. So there really are a lot of things in common and a lot of suspense, I think, in both countries about outcomes. There is no greater right or responsibility for citizens in a democracy than the exercise of voting. To protect that right, we must ensure our elections are peaceful, transparent, and credible. And I know that's why you're all gathered here.
Mame Virginia Palmer, Her Excellency, US, mana na musini wa Ghana. Na nekwakwa mu na National Coordinator de Makodeo, Robert Ahin. Chire mu se afia bato no. Wo mani be die chire pa, wo ka ne sei no. Wo mo nkrofo mpem 94,000. Ena wo mo to mapete amantam dunsiani na mu. Ama wo mo do mani edi abato na chi.
Ya dia ye ne nei, observation ya ye kwakoye. Election ye den krofo ye training krofo edo makofel no makohe elections e kodeo no eya na nya election kwampo ne ye registration ye hwe obo ye exhibition ye hwe we eye mbobo ye bobo ye na yakofel na ni abato adwuma ye electoral commission akoye adwuma yakohwe de ekos na answer na kra na say ye be cost 7 akohwe abato ye den krofo di kan kodada a omo koye ye free bibi long term observation ne say omo kosiesie kwan no omo kohwe de ekos ewo mpatem ni regions no district ni na
ya tene Kenya Owura Albert Ahin National Coordinator de Makodeo Henry Akwesimen kan na Peace FM yensem tune ya man before wo call jimede ya se odi aman boy ebaye
na ononyamfo Alan Kojo Chiramantin John on waya founder leader Emma Movement for Change Oguna Proboso Asante Mantemu na oni adesie dwadifo droberfo ene etrotro metifo ena edin kitahwe akase eno wo afija kwabre South constituency wasakura to asoko kwabre East bosumche ehonum nyina wononyamfo Alan Kojo Chiramantin ebonto awo no wakatra adesie se maso nsuo maso ansa NDC ni MPP maso wonumu ahye mahu sade omu etie sisi a party baako ya woye independent ya obi anya ni yodium aye movement for change ya ono Alan Kojo Chiramantin da no na star bi a wode bakura de enika se what the traders bank ba ededifoɔ bank na saa bank jadi ni bia betumi akɔ hɔ no mu akɔgye bosia
sese alaksamatin samuma mama be president yadi kai wo mo di wo eka wo ha nyina ya baba ti bank kasia pa aba kubonya busia ya ti buka o se mo pa apa ya ama happy yes I that is who you are
Insanity. Then you might dear word in an so no one church mu my man for in auntie. Your bar obey me aye Abu Magana my tumpon. Missa you for so oh or counsel ebetiano. Then Missa Asantimai dear. In the Wayama Santimai. Tasantiman so ever kaino. Kakaya can say. Yes, then Uncle Pon Nanum. So among cano, then in Payum for. Then you made your word in a yap jo and quatentra or Nasemuma, Yansan Nimudie, and Paja and Cosua, Sika and Munyam. And yes, Taman is saying, you made your word in Ano and ya Jojo, no church and in same. They himself said, I didn't know pa, they were Daka Fanono, and one a bebe.
Dear Yate so Kase ye or Hina or Dache. Na nabafo kwakwa muate ya otoso enan na ewura no mu a wo gina premier sebeja akunya ediama movement for change efija kwa abre south Bright Benson ena de wo gina wo kwa abre east Lord Foster Nyameche wonum so kasai
efija kwa abre south constituency de mewogidie wom se nipadom no ya bi o mani efa eniema bi ho ama o maje papa na tumpa ye na kromu ha asem de empese beka ne bebre anyame na me ba beka se eniema nkoye ye nyina ya awe se eniema nkoye ntimpa ya ne yebo se nyame beboa ama ne nsem o de tu ni patrim bia nipa befa na o magina so de ato abaye de ama no
sebe otu o memra wonya adwuma usika sam no bibia anye ye papa ba afom ne message ode ba akuafo de ewum adwadifo de ewum asukufo de ewum emofra de ewum chese it cut close obia benya chief olanson fasom and I always call him the politician with integrity he's the only politician me tell me say he still have his integrity because from Kofo time adia was say humbo bia and watim ye deliver.
Yenia Samson Kwame Nyamecha Adawroma ene yetefu TV.
Na kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama wotu Frank Adiama Chiniama nyoku NDC. Wabontoa ewo enkrankokro komantam yimu. Na eye na nuntu abo. Yeri di atoso nan yi a wabontoa ewo enkran. Salamat kuku apento eye Peace FM yensem twiri yamano bofo a odi entu abo no echi. Na wotonkra de mayen se kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama enne ne nkase yemu no anu yie ene wode ma mampeni na nado danko akufuado ewo mampeni na nado danko akufuado ensem bia okokra no atibide mantamu se kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama enya kokudromra bonten na galamse ene free SHS ombesi ginaye entira mansan bebia wogina na anu yie a kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama edi ama mampeni na nado danko akufuado ne se ase owura ne yene ne nti omayimu si yene ne tromayimu dia ne bia no woto nkonti ombo pitri no wonsore esanse eba ni gina ye ana ne gina sie ewo ensem mienu a ya de wa Canada daada na nko manfoforo bi so mampeni ene o kan de mampeni na nado danko akufuado kan ye no a enka enye no wanwa esanse obefa ne se won de yene ne tromayimu ebi kura wonimu de yakoso ene bi a TV no kura wonhwe na wedi ase nini na tromayimu pa na galanse ensem wono kanema mpeni John Dramani Mahama aka fa ho free SHS ensema waka fa ho yina akire na se wasanso beka se yi a ebia na ya refie enya refie nso dia ebia na se bi o mampeni da to oda dia o mo pitrin sorry
ene omampani dada otu franka de ma NDC amanyoko no eko enamienu aprobo ewo Greater Accra mountain mu we eye phase 4 of ni Accra aprobo a okono na aprobo no ode beko ningo pram constituency obeko tema central tema east any Katamanso constituency ho na oni adehye wo ho no edi nkomo efa ni message a opeso odi to omanim na December 7th abato no omotoma no na obabedi oman ne so as president na bra odu ningo na oni adehye wo ho kasa no say na nsem mu ya no te say President Akufo-Addo friend say omba mbeka ni position a ewo efa galamsey okona oman no ekono no si o omampani be me say jama Ghana ha na ye wono ida say onte habi anaso say owo ha nanso wada esan say ono John Dramani Mahama no mpempi a wegina wo nyina waka ni position ewo galamsey ekon ne ho atre Ghana for emomo ehu ono ni gina bia owo efa galamsey kon ne ho na eno no oka say omampani ponyo ono John Dramani Mahama na ese ofre no na obisa ne say ni position we him esan say ono na Ghana for ato abama no say ombedi president ono ena eda ne boso eye ne responsibility say ohwe na okon galamsey ni edi kan no galamsey ntokwa na okono eye ono ani fie ena galamsey no omo ho no omu etu sa galamsey no meche ne appointees inti so pese okon galamsey na won sha ase na ne appointees na omo de omo ho ewura galamsey kon ne mu no omo ena ese ohwe na o start ekon ewo ho no na ye ono John Dramani Mahama na owie ye no say ono John Dramani Mahama de say December 7 Ghana for to abama no na January 2025 ekono obeye mampani a ne hihye ya odebeko galamsey no eho eno ena ye ono na so di na sesi e de monwe ono John Dramani Mahama ho ono no ye president e say ohwe galamsey ntokwa no na okon say na John Dramani Mahama e kan nsem
it looks like he doesn't live in this country because I've commented on galamsey over and over again. The Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources gave political leaders the platform to outline their policy of responsible mining. And for a whole hour, I outlined that policy. After that, there was questions and answers for 2 hours. We were there for 3 hours. Recently, when I met the clergymen community, a part of my speech and the questions and answers was again on galamsey.
Okasa we no say ne to so mienu a President Akufo-Addo afre ne say ombeka ni position wo ho no so e free SHS e no say free SHS ne de wa ka say NPP amanyoko ni twantro eto ono John Dramani Mahama to say oba cancel o say nya de a oba free SHS oba cancel emra Ghana mra e ma no ho kwan po say free SHS no oba o cancel na mom nyama miensa na eha free SHS no ene say ye ni futo Ghana ni futo bia eda ho a ede hwe free SHS nse hwe ye ne so enti no oba say oman no enya foto ede to ho no ma omode bebo free SHS na ho ehun bra eno ene ade a number 1 thing na ono John Dramani Mahama ba obehwe de atoso mienu shift system no waka say shift system no na do wa ban mu no na wo si blocks bia aban ba ya oye hwahan ye jai ema school adan esisi ho eno no oba obehwe no complete schools adan na akika ho na aban ba ya wanfa ne sanka no se de be ya kwan bebe mu na nkola ne bebre benya ekwan akọ school na emfa ho kire emfa mba school for eno ene school for ne home owie ye no san ka se ne to so miensa eye omoduane quality food for school for no say omodidie mu nye esanse foto ni ho ni nti no ba obehwe na nkola ne mu edidie mu emu aye kama esanse akola de o akola okọ school de o ma na aduane pa ene so ka ho bi e ma ne boa ma na disua ekọ enim sa no no wahyehe ato ho se oba ode be ye free SHS se omampanin Akufo-Addo ebisa no se ni position ni say o say ni position no eno ena na Akufo-Addo ente ya ni position enini o ma yente John Dramani Mahama bra o yi na President Akufo-Addo ano efa ni position e wo free SHS mo
on my policy of free SHS. Again, he's not in this country or he has been sleeping because I have made it clear that there are implementational problems with the free SHS. One, there's no dedicated funding. Two, parents are not happy with the double track. Three, the quality of food the children are given is not good. As I've said, that NDC is going to come and fix these three things. One, we're going to corner part of our oil revenues into a dedicated fund, and that fund will be used to finance the free SHS. That's number one. Number two, we're going to fast track the completion of our educational infrastructure so that we can ease the congestion in the schools, employ more teachers, and allow all our children to go to school at the same time instead of going on a traffic light. We're going to provide dormitories, we're going to provide administration blocks, we're going to provide dining halls.
Your friend is Salamat Kukwa Painto.
After for about who make us a very different piece. 104.3 FM so Edinburgh Mui. Ya judge the phone card to Bannes Yakoba, Madaruma. Ebewi.
Happy delightful June. Fashalala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Don't happy delightful juice against with toast, cereal, and not even benku. A bread and fifi. The most fridge man. Happy delightful juice. One of what? And you be here. I come out to relax anyway. Swano when you're. Let's say what a chamado. Happy delightful juice. Off and a berry I bring you all day long. One fruit juice. I'm happy delight. One different flavor. Different size. You number 1 liter. Number from 150. And 250 ml. A baby healthy life shows on your supermarket. Happy life fruit juice. Loaded with taste.
Wow! Many Jet Fighters hometown.
Oh, Miniaba. Me just say we bet me join the Ghana Armed Forces for combat units no.
Eh me see yes abusha no.
A pro unsusu yeso.
Nyabotrel. A tempo tin na metimi aye combat unit no.
We bet me aye rescue helicopter pilot, a captain warships, aye sniper, and na LED asra for aqua peacekeeping. A soldier for ejuma no die. E wo mu ahodo bebre.
Nsi wo gidi pa se metimi aye.
Oh, Miniaba. Me gidi pa se wo betimi aye.
Emma, when him say wo betimi aye ejuma, e wo combat unit aye wo Ghana Armed Forces. Said ever ya wo bepwa dia sumdua be wiase. Call www.gafonline.mail.gh and ne kohwehwem. Sage media Ghana Armed Forces and Edebro and a Women, Youth, Peace and Security Institute aye wo Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. Wo LC Initiative Fund and Etia Hoka.
As for this year's elections, dear, I want my candidate to be number 1 on the ballot paper. When no one will tell.
Minia, you a dream or what? Everyone knows the number 1 spot is reserved for EC's favorite candidate. Number 1 on EC for now,
Oh, how? I thought there's some procedure for balloting.
Hey, look, it's the man from EC. Let's ask him before he leaves.
Okay. Hey, my people again. Tell me, what would you like to know?
Abego, how then they position the candidate for the ballot paper stop? We were just discussing how the EC chooses who gets the number 1 spot on the ballot paper.
EC chooses?
Yes, it's not fine.
My brother, don't believe everything you hear. Let me tell you how the balloting process is done.
Okay.
There are 2 rounds of balloting. First, they ballot to decide the order in which candidates will pick in the final balloting. Then in that order, they pick again to determine their position on the ballot paper.
Really?
What is here? The process is very transparent. The Electoral Commission does not have a favorite candidate. They don't have a horse in the race. And so they do not manipulate the balloting process.
It is not fixed at all.
Now I understand. So all these stories about EC choosing
they are all just misconceptions. No Caribbean him do not fall for such talk. The Electoral Commission strives for fairness in every step of the process.
We won't fall for the lies again.
Ghana for remember the balloting process it be transparent. All will be done in the full glare of the candidates, the party agents, and the media people serve day to day there. No secret for anywhere. No libi labalaba. And you play.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yama etiefo akwaba. Amansan tiame kwabenamafo ena.
Ohene nana kwame amo.
Oson's chemist ede Oson's garlic capsules. Eboa ma immune system nya ahoden kutia nyare wanti. Yade anka wonto fom da wa hoden eye Oson's garlic capsules. MTN your network so ede. Ghana fana baby abekobia MTN wo ho. We take for you everywhere you go. High Sense Ghana. Home appliances ya pepe this is if you know office nyina ne dosio ene eho. Se me penny ma papa bit se refrigerator, chest freezer, air condition, TV, gas cooker, electric cooker, washing machine, smartphones wa nyina yeto everyday price for everyday people. I mean scientific eba and alternative medical hospital say allow safi eradina yaresafo. On fire dear nko amen sam fempie da what ho beto yade ne te sen asie betu ayaresa hene ane erade amiana betu ayaresa ntem 0245275254 0245275254 Dolphin roofing system na boda so edan ne baako ana se yesi abom dodo obebo so kama de amount se o pe long span roofing sheet IBR IDT self lock step ties ni nyina bi ewo Dolphin roofing system fa wani tire Islegon Trinity Theological Seminary omune Allied Fuel Station na ye opposite 0543661716 Imperial General Assurance yo se assemble to a reframe enti eno ho jampenisi awon hine enti ene yeje ye boyre se wo japade bi asomobo se tesi trotro uba mumfa ni nyina nko obebo ho ba de ama se atoyira ntembre mu utawani a ebeto nanim oma solid protection 0577667436 0577667436 ebusiafo yadamase ama mumonitie ebo no woche a around the world mede beba wakwayemo Magdalene was such my air to touchlight ewo neat 100.9 Kojo Hansen and so tinemo ewo OKFM na Peace FM hadie Mickey the triple darling ona wo tenase ebo no woche amesa benti menkoye medaso awa.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.